My oh my, it is quite early in the morning. So, if I look tired, that's because I kind of am. Anywho, MIRZAPUR Season 2 trailer has dropped, starring Prakash, Tripathi, Fazal, and Divyenndu. This comes out October 23rd. I know y'all are super excited because in the first 4 hours of this dropping, it already got 5 million views. Amazon definitely knows how popular this show is and how excited y'all are for Season 2 of MIRZAPUR. I apologize that I can't have Achara with me. I know a lot of you wanted to see both of our reactions. Maybe she'll do one later if y'all ask for it in the comments. Anywho, here we go. MIRZAPUR Season 2 official trailer.
जो आया है, वो जाएगा भी। बस मर्जी हमारी होगी। गद्दी पे चाहे हम रहें या मुन्ना, नियम सेम होगा।
और हम एक नया नियम ऐड कर रहे हैं। मिर्जापुर की गद्दी पे बैठने वाला कभी भी नियम बदल सकता है। कुट्टू पंडित वापस आ गए, वो जाएंगे नहीं। अगली बार दुश्मन हाथ लगा तो बचेगा नहीं।
पापा की विरासत ये तो नहीं हो सकती ना कि दो लौंडे बीच चुराए तो उन्हें मार के चले जाएं।
तो उसके लिए तो मिर्जापुर लेना होगा ना।
आप ही का मन था ना कि आपकी बेटी मिर्जापुर पे राज करे। बड़ी ना सही, छोटी करेगी।
मुख्यमंत्री जी, हम पर्सनली आपका वोटिंग परसेंटेज बढ़वाएंगे।
तो हमारे पार्टी की छवि
वो भी ठीक हो जाएगा।
Damn.
बिहार में आपका स्वागत है।
दत्ता त्यागी बहुत बड़े आदमी, बड़ा दबदबा है उनका।
शेर के मुंह को खून लग चुका।
शेर की उम्र ज्यादा है, लेकिन बूढ़ा नहीं हुआ है वो।
तुम्हारे दद्दा जब लेने जाते हैं तो सीढ़ी लगती होगी या खुद ही चढ़ जाते हैं?
दद्दा होते हैं, कोई मार चुक देते अभी।
सीढ़ी तो उसके लिए भी लगती होगी।
स्वीटी का उधार है, हम पे चुकाना है। अब हमको बदला भी लेना है और मिर्जापुर भी।
Let me start with this, okay? Let me start with my comments on Season 1. I really enjoyed the show as it was going along. I thoroughly enjoyed the way the characters were built up, and that is again present here. Like, you see the distinct characters that they've created in the show, and they're all very compelling and interesting. The actors are all incredible actors. They're all very compelling to watch. I enjoy that aspect of the show thoroughly. The thing that got me, I was gonna say in trouble, but like the thing that annoyed my audience was my commentary on the violence in the show. And so I am a big fan of Martin Scorsese, and his movies tend to be violent. They tend to not hold back. But the MIRZAPUR did push my limits, my boundaries, my comfort zone in terms of the violence. Like, it went really, really far. And the trailer is letting you know up front, like, it's going to go there again. And so going into Season 2, I'll be more prepared for that kind of stuff. For whatever reason, when I watched Season 1, I was not prepared for that level of violence, for it to go that direction. So now going into Season 2, I'm like, okay, now that I know that's going to happen, I'm more prepared for it, and I can probably enjoy it more this time around, because the end of Season 1 was so horrifying for me. Like, I couldn't handle it, and I was so distraught, so upset by it. And people chuck that up to me being so in love with the character, which is entirely possible, or characters, I should say, which is possible again, but I think that the level of violence did disturb me. And funny enough, it didn't disturb Achara anywhere near as much as it disturbed me, which I guess she's just got a stronger stomach to movie violence or something. But anywho, I know what's coming now. It's like Grand Theft Auto 5 violence, but way worse. And so I'm ready for it. And I think that I will enjoy season 2 more than I enjoyed season 1, assuming that the story quality is exactly the same or better. It's definitely interesting where they've taken these characters. I wish that some of the characters that disappeared in season 1 didn't. I wish they were here for season 2, but it is what it is. I like that, you take some of those main characters in season 1, you beat them down, and then they have to build themselves up and be even stronger in season 2. And so that gives you a very compelling and interesting starting point. So I totally understand why you guys are excited, and I am cautiously optimistic only because of my gut response to season 1. Like, I can objectively recognize where the show just totally excels. I mean, to be able to create this world, these characters that are so interesting, that feel lived in, feel fully realized. Like, you believe that they exist when you're watching them. That's how well written these characters are. That's how well produced this show is that you buy into each of these people on screen. You're not questioning it for a moment. And I think that's what made season 1 so difficult for me at the end. I mean, to what you guys were saying, like, I fell in love with the characters. Like, it was just so well put together that when they showed you that level of graphic violence in season 1, it made it so hard for me to stomach because it was made to feel so real at certain points. And so here we go again with very, very ultra realistic violence, but again, using that same template of characters that are interesting, characters that are that you want to know more about, characters that feel lived in and fully realized, and you believe them. You believe that they exist within the confines of the show. Like, when you're watching it, you don't question the reality of it. And it's probably also because that it's based on things that actually take place. I remember reading comments and talking to people who were basically telling me that there are lots of people like, I can't remember all the characters' names now because it's been a minute since I watched season 1, but there are characters like the characters you see in the show in real life. Like, it's not that far removed from the ongoings of what actually happens. It's not that much fiction, it's taking a lot of real world stuff and putting it together in a cohesive narrative. In that regard, like, you gotta respect the show. I'm very excited to see Pankaj Tripathi again and Ali Fazal. I'm pretty sure I'm saying their names terribly. By the way, fun fact, I had done a reaction to another trailer with Shredder Tripathi, and she reached out to me on Instagram because I had mentioned something about MIRZAPUR season 2. She reached out to me on Instagram and she's just like, you need to watch season 2. So I was like, okay. I mean, the actress from the show is directly telling me to watch the show. I'm gonna watch it for sure now. Even with my reservations in mind, I'm gonna watch the show. She's asking me to. I found out, for those of you wondering, because with Family Man, and I believe MIRZAPUR as well, the shows, our reactions got blocked by Amazon, and I found out from Amazon directly, and a lot of you already know this, I found out from Amazon directly that the maximum reaction time I'm allowed to show, like with the actual content from the show, is 5 minutes. Not that the reaction portion of the videos have to be 5 minutes, but the amount of screen time I show from the picture-in-picture can only be 5 minutes of the show. So when we watch MIRZAPUR season 2, just to give you guys a heads up, there will be 5 minutes only shown from the show itself during the reaction, and then there will be a lot more to see on our Patreon if you want to see our Patreon, meaning you can see the entire reaction uncut, as we always do with our Netflix and Amazon shows. Despite like all the things I said during my season 1 finale review, I do have an interest in watching the show. I know Achara definitely has an interest in watching this show, so for her alone, you're definitely gonna see a reaction. I'm gonna gauge my feeling as I go along in the show to determine whether or not I have the comfortability to keep going, watching season 2. I may puss out. I may be like, you know what, I can't handle it. I have to just jump ship on this one and let Achara handle it alone. And that's just gonna be that. But I'm gonna do my best to go forward with this. I don't know, like, it must be age or something, it's like, because I know a lot of the guys responding to me in the comments going, oh, it's awesome and blah, blah, blah. It's movie violence, it's just being realistic. I know a lot of the guys responding to me in the comments are young guys. I think that as you get older, you respond to these things differently. That's my personal opinion. Maybe I'm just a wuss at the end of the day. But anyway, like I said earlier, I'm very, very excited by the talent they have on camera in this. I think that the filmmakers are very, very capable filmmakers. I'm very excited by a lot of there are lots of stylistic things that I appreciate from the filmmakers of Mirzapur. I'm assuming that it's the same people who did season 1. And so there's little things that I enjoy that probably usually go unnoticed, but very geeky filmmaker type stuff that I enjoy from season 1 that I'm looking forward to in season 2. You guys hopefully enjoyed that reaction and solo discussion. If you want to see a Char's reaction, do let us know in the comments below. She'll put one out tomorrow for y'all. And check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I am Jaby Koay. Thanks for hanging out. Love y'all. Peace out.